welcome back. Today I wanted to share with you my end of the year low buy update. So this year I did go on a low buy. My intentions for the year were to just obviously spend less, but my main goal was just to bring in less polishes. I wanted to be more intentional with what I purchased. I want to only bring in unique polishes, whether that's, creams or toppers or indies. So I'm going to go ahead and break down everything that I spent for each month, where I spent the money, and then I'll give you a yearly total. And then at the end, we're going to talk about how I feel I did, places that I feel I did really well in, and places that definitely need improvement. Okay, so in January, I bought from Glam Polish, I bought from Island P, and then I bought Random Polishes, which I guess just means Walmart or TJ Maxx. And I spent $130.56. And then in February, I bought from Polish Pickup, I bought from Walmart, and I bought Shopping with Friends, which that means Barb and Krista. Whenever we get together, we always have lunch, and then we go to like TJ Maxx and do some polish shopping. And I spent $78.62. And then in March, I bought from Different Dimensions, and I spent $42.90. Then in April, I just did Shopping with Friends, and I spent $29.94. Then in May, I kind of slowly was starting to go off the rails a little bit as far as shopping for mainstream creams. I was really going on kind of like a neon kick, and then toppers. I was really wanting a lot of fun summer toppers. So in May, I bought from Beyond Polish, and then I bought from Glam Polish, and then I bought from Head to Toe. And I spent $195.26. Then in June, I went off the rails even further, just really, really wanting to buy those creams because I've been doing a lot of, a lot of duping my wish list and just, duping indie polishes. And to do that, you need, the creams, you need the toppers, and I just kind of went a little crazy with wanting to have all of the creams. I know that is counterproductive, buying creams so that I can then dupe polishes. Like my brain knows, I fundamentally know that that's stupid, but at the same time, this is a hobby, and I've been really excited this year about duping my polishes. And I know that if I have a really strong baseline of creams and toppers, then I can pretty much be able to dupe whatever I want. But anyways, in June, I bought from Transdesign, I bought from 88 Beauty, I bought from Nail Wholesale, which I've never purchased from them before, and I bought one neon from Cert Colors, and I spent $201.40. Then in July, I just did Shopping with Krista and Shopping with Barb. So when I was in Idaho this July, Krista and I were literally sitting at a table together with our iPads, and we were online shopping together. That was pretty fun. And then I did Shopping with Barb. So when I came back to Florida, so I spent a total of $96.17. Then in September, I guess I completely skipped August. I didn't buy anything. Then in September, I bought from Polish Pickup, and I bought the Bluebird Advent Box, and then I bought from Glam Polish, and I'm having to look in a separate area now because I stopped keeping track on my iPad. $225.11. Then in October, I purchased from Polish Pickup, and I just got one polish from Color Club. I wanted to get the French tip, the white French tip, and I spent $26.86. Then in November is where I really did some damage. I really went off the rails, and I spent way too much money. So it started off at the beginning of the month. I purchased from Mooncat, and Fancy Gloss. Now this wasn't considered Black Friday because it was the beginning of the month. And then for Black Friday, I honestly had the best intentions. I went into Black Friday thinking, okay, I might buy from IONP and I might buy from Glam Polish. I was not interested in any other brands, KB Shimmer, Polish for Days, Night Owl Lacquer. Nothing was just, honestly, I didn't even really look at their websites. I was just dead set on, I'm gonna do really well this year. I'm not gonna buy anything for Black Friday. And then I went downhill. So it started off, towards like Black Friday, I was kind of starting to feel a little low. It's been kind of a rough year, and I was just kind of starting to feel a little bit more low in November. And I decided that I wanted to do a little bit of retail therapy. And at the same time, the big nail polish group that I'm in, someone had mentioned that Zoya was having their 70% off sale. Now, usually their sale is in December, and the only time I ever purchase from Zoya is if they have a 70% off sale. And I did have quite a few on my wish list, so I decided, okay, I'm going to purchase from Zoya for their 70% off sale. So I purchased from Zoya. Then after that, I kind of just got the shopping bug, and I ended up purchasing from Nailed It. I did end up purchasing from IONP. The cart that I had tentatively made, I purchased from IONP. I purchased from Orly. I ended up purchasing from Night Owl Lacquer. And then I purchased from Rogue, and I purchased from a D-Stash site, which technically that's not really Black Friday, but it was all at the same time. So the beginning of the month, when I had only purchased from Mooncat and Fancy Gloss, I spent $155.93. Then for Black Friday, I spent $384.25. So I spent a total of $540.18 for Black Friday. That's a lot. I feel kind of gross saying that, but it is what it is. Then in December, again, I had no intentions of buying anything after having bought all that polish for Black Friday. I was like, I don't need anything else. And then I did end up buying from Noodles Nail Polish. I wanted to try their toppers. In particular, there was one Christmas topper, All the Jingle Ladies, that I had really wanted to get last year, but it was sold out. And then this year, when I checked, it wasn't sold out. It was available again. So I ended up getting 4 Noodle nail polish toppers. So in December, I spent $47.38. So my year total, now, before I say this number, I would like to ask that you guys don't judge me. I got a lot of comments this year saying on my various videos, oh, I thought you were on a low buy, or you have way too much polish, you don't need any more polish. I know that. However, for me this year, even though this number that I'm about to say is a lot, it still is less than what I've spent in previous years. So for me, this is a low buy. I am working on it, and like I said, we're going to talk about in a minute where I feel I did really well and where I feel I did better. I'm working on it. This year was my starting point to kind of get the feel and used to buying less polish so that going forward, I can do even better. So like I said, please don't judge me. Number one, it's not your place to judge me. I'm not hurting anyone. I have the money to buy this is my hobby. I have the money, so I'm not hurting myself. For me, this low buy is just about the sheer volume of polish I have. It's not about the money necessarily. It's just about having too much, and I know that. However, like I said, I love nail polish. It's my hobby. I love being creative. It's very therapeutic for me to just play with my nail polish, to swatch combos, to swatch my polish, and then I love, scrolling through my phone and just looking at my swatch pictures. It's kind of like an art form for me, like in a weird way, or just, like a therapeutic, creative outlet for me. It's something that I really enjoy. It makes me happy when sometimes I'm not feeling very happy. So it's just, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not hurting anybody, so please think about that when you're possibly thinking of judging anyone on the internet. You know, you guys, you don't know me. I'm just sharing with you because I enjoy it. I'm putting myself out there, and I just kind of wanted to throw that little caveat out there that you should always think before you judge somebody. Anyways, so my total that I spent was $1,614.38, which I know, like I said, is a lot. If you divide that by 12, that's an average of $135 a month. So my monthly average is $135. Now I will say how I feel I did. I feel like I did very well with polish pickup. I only bought 10 polishes this year, where in previous months I bought over 40 some months. And some months I spent, like one year I spent almost $600 just on polish pickup. So I feel I did very well with polish pickup. I feel like I did, with the exception of Black Friday where I kind of went off the rail. I feel like I did very well with my indie nail polish spending. I noticed that I spent a majority of my indie, I don't want to say budget because I didn't really give myself a budget, but if I felt the urge to buy from indies, it was mostly from Glam Polish and ILMP. So I feel like I did much better this year with my indie spending. Where I feel like I have a lot of room for improvement is buying online mainstream polishes. So like I said, I kind of just felt the urge that, oh, I need to have all the creams, all the different variant shades of, you know, every color category, particularly places like 88 Beauty and Head to Toe, places like that. I can really do a lot of improvement in those areas. I feel like I did much better with my in-person spending, with the exception of shopping with friends. I did say at the beginning of the year that when I'm shopping with my friends, Barb and Krista, the whole fun of us being together is obviously each other's company, but we are nail polish friends, and so the fun of being together is shopping for polish together. So I did say that I wasn't going to really limit myself when I'm with them. Obviously, I'm going to be intentional when I'm with them. You know, I still look up swatches to make sure I'm not buying dupes, but I'm not going to feel guilty when I'm shopping with friends. But as far as like when I go to Walmart, with the exception of, I think like January, I said I bought random polishes, and then February I said I bought from Walmart. But other than that, I really did not buy a lot in the stores. So yes, I would go and I would still look at Walmart. When I was at Walmart, I would still look at the polish aisle, but I didn't really buy anything. And when I would go to TJ Maxx or Marshall's, I of course would go look, because if there's something unique there or like a hard to find lemming, of course I'm gonna buy it. So I'm gonna look. But I think I did really well with not just buying every polish because, oh, that's pretty, in person. And then of course, where I really need help with is Black Friday. And a lot of that was just kind of just like my mental frame of health at the moment. I really was just feeling low and was wanting to do retail therapy, like I said. So my plans for next year, oh, and also, I feel like whatever I did buy, I did a very, very good job with only bringing in unique stuff. So even though I was buying a lot of creams, I wasn't duping those creams, with the exception of maybe one or two that kind of accidentally, you know, got through and were very similar. All the creams that I was buying were not dupes. All the toppers that I bought were all unique for me. And then whatever indie polishes that I did end up buying, they all ended up being unique. So I feel like I did a very good job with being more intentional and not duping myself. So I feel really good about that. My plans for next year, where I really want to do better, I want to continue doing better with polish pickup, although I feel like I did a really good job. I want to do even better next year. Definitely, I need to just stop looking at online retailer, places like Transdesign, 88 Beauty, Head to Toe. I need to just stop looking because in reality, I don't need any more creams. I don't need them in order to have fun and create these combos that I'm wanting to create. So my goal for next year is to try to not even really look at these places. I feel really good, like I said, about my overall indie purchases. And then my one big goal that I want to really try to do next year is throughout each month, I want to spend less each month so that when we do get to Black Friday, because Black Friday is really fun, right? Everything's on sale. There's so much going on. It's really fun to get that really good 20% off, 25% off. Some of them are, 10, 15% off. But it's really fun to know that you really want to polish. And so you want to get it, but knowing that it's on sale just makes it even better. So I want to try to spend less, like January through October, so that when Black Friday does come around, I can still have fun buying polishes for Black Friday and not feel as guilty and not have brought in so much polish for the whole year. So basically, I don't want next Black Friday to completely derail me for the whole entire year. So those are my goals for next year. I do plan to continue my low buy. I want to do even better. I would like to have a lot more months where I just don't buy anything at all. So those are my goals. I feel pretty good about myself this year. I know as far as, polish, I know some months I did worse, some months I did really good. I'm overall happy with how I did. What I want to do next year that I wish I had done this year is when I do buy polishes, I want to very specifically state how many polishes I bought. So if I buy from Glam Polish, I want to keep track, I bought 6 Glam Polishes, or I bought, 7 ILMPs, or, I bought 10 Shopping with Friends. I want to keep better track of the number of polishes that I buy next year. Because like I said, for me, it's not necessarily about money, it's more about the number of polishes that I'm bringing in. So I think it would be a lot more helpful to know specifically how many I brought in. I think that's really it. Those are my goals for my low buy going forward for next year. This year was just a stepping stone. I plan to do better. I planned to do a lot more duping my wish lists, shopping my stash. I just plan to be even more intentional next year than I was this year. If you guys have any kind of comments, advice that are helpful, constructive without being hurtful, please leave them down below. Let me know, if you guys did low buys this year. I know a lot of people have told me throughout the years that me duping my wish lists has been very helpful for them and that they've been trying to do the same thing. Let me know how you did with that this year, if you're successful with your low buys, your no buys. A lot of you have told me that you've had a strict no buy, and I think that's amazing. I don't think that I will ever, at least not in the foreseeable future, I don't think I'll ever get to the point of having no buys. But I do want to continue on with this low buy journey. Let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.